What's up, guys? It's your boy from Madden.com, and today I'm going to break down a formation for you guys out of the spread playbook, which is going to be gun bunch open. So it's going to be a little bit of a mini scheme. I'm not going to do like a full-on scheme. Maybe if this video gets to 200 likes, I'll drop a full scheme out of this. But I'll break down the read option as well as a couple pass plays. Obviously, for read options, you want a fast quarterback. I'll be using Lamar for this video, but it doesn't have to be Lamar. One more thing that I should mention before I actually talk about the read option is that I think by default, Mark Andrews is at the point receiver position. So you see number 89, that's Mark Andrews. I went to halfback sub and it took him out of the game. So we now have 4 receivers, and I just think it's better. Now, Mark Andrews is obviously amazing, but I feel like if you're going to use this a mud or something, you're probably better off using 4 receivers. So let's go ahead and talk about read option first. And the way we're going to run this is our bunch is going to be on the wide side. So the ball's on the right hash, our bunch is going to be on the left, and then vice versa. For the read option, you're going to hold RT. You're going to look for the read option or the read defender, which is the guy with the R above his name. So just see if he dives in on the running back. He does. We're just going to take off with our quarterback. Probably want to have conservative on. That's just my opinion. You guys don't have to if you don't want to. Right here, he dives in. Then we can take off with our quarterback. And obviously, they can change their coaching adjustments to play conservative. And at that point, he should be playing the quarterback every single time. So it's not like you're going to be able to take off with your quarterback every time. Probably pretty unlikely that that happens. After you do this once, they might change their coaching adjustments. So right here, this is a good example of like, so they have 2 slot cornerbacks. I actually don't know if that's a slot cornerback close to the defensive end, but I think it is. You know, you probably don't want to run with your quarterback here. I'd probably just hand it off against this look every single time. So kind of like this. So in the event that you see like a double stack right there, the reason I do it like that, where I hand it off instead of even really look at the read defender, is because one can easily crash down and then the other can play the quarterback. So you can easily just kind of get taken away from both. So let's go ahead and do it one more time. Right there, handed it off because that guy was going to play the quarterback. And overall, it's just a really solid play. Especially if they don't change their coaching adjustments to play quarterback. As far as the pass plays go, I'm going to talk about a couple. We'll start with flood, very basic play here. And what we're going to do is just wheel the running back. And that's it. I like it just like this. It's a very basic flood concept over there on the left. In the event that they play some kind of hard flat, it doesn't have to be necessarily a hard flat. It could be a 5-yard flat or a 10-yard flat. We're going to get the corner route open. So right here, this corner route's going to beat man coverage. It's one of those sharp corner routes. It also gets very flat. See what happens here. Right here, I actually thought that the flat was going to go in with the dig, but he didn't. He ended up matching to the wheel. Do this again. Just throw it to the corner route. So the way you basically want to read this, I would actually read the defensive front first, because you want to see if they're blitzing you. In the event that they're not blitzing you, you're going to have plenty of time to kind of decipher which one's going to be open on the left, your flat or your corner. In the event that they do blitz you, you're going to want to just get it off hot to your flat route or to your running back wheel. So let's go ahead and read it like this. As you can see, this is going to be wide open. That flat defender, they need kind of a double Mabel to stop both. And, you know, it's just a very easy throw. So that's how I like to run flood. And then, I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbor banging around upstairs, but we're just going to have to push through it. PA slots over is the other play. I have multiple setups out of this that I'll show you. But like I said, if you guys want me to do a full breakdown of the scheme and like create, you know, an actual viable scheme, let's go ahead and get this video to 200 likes and I will actually do that. But for now, let's talk about the first setup out of this. All we're going to do is just streak Y, and this is just kind of a bomb setup. So let's go ahead and run it with the play action on, cancel with RT. This guy's going to get a lot of separation even without abilities. It's just one of those really fast, shallow crossers. That's just going to really get a lot of separation. So right here, this defender, flat defender, kind of peeled off the streak when this guy came across. But the point of this play really is to hit X. You know, you guys have seen this concept before. Didn't get quite enough time there. But, you know, basically you just want the streak to clear out any kind of deep zone. And like that. That's kind of what you want. It's very similar to PA boot over. The play is. It's basically bunch tight end but spread out. So you guys are probably going to be very comfortable running this play. The blocking is just not really holding up for me. That's kind of a thing that's different about this game than previous years, is blocking is definitely worse. So going for these kind of bomb plays constantly is just really not the move. But as you can see, it's really going to work versus cover 3, cover 2. So the only thing that it's going to be bad against would be a cover 4 drop, because the inside quarter on the weak side is just going to sit there. He's not getting cleared out or anything. But as you can see, he's open. He's going to get separation versus man coverage as well. So that's like the first setup is just kind of a bomb setup. And then we can go ahead and change things up a little bit. We can just put X on an in route. And the reason I like this setup is we have B on the left. He's going to clear out any kind of deep zones for our crosser from Y. And it's just kind of a basic left to right read, or I guess a bunch side to weak side read. And in the event that nothing's open, you can always ag glitch it to B if you have a tall receiver. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So right here, as you can see, a user is likely going to be running with that very quick shallow crosser, or he's going to be naturally dropping to the crosser. And this is going to leave the in route open constantly. This guy will be probably, I don't want to say your main read, because he's not. You really want to hit the crosser. But just knowing how users react, it's always going to be them dropping with the crosser for the most part. Just so naturally conditioned to taking away crossers with the user. And it's going to leave that backside in route open constantly. Do it again. And overall, it's just a very basic setup. Any of you guys watching this video are capable of making this read from bunch side to weak side. It's very easy. So that is going to be the second setup. And then another way I like to run this would be putting X on a zig. And the reason that I like this a little bit more, well, I wouldn't say more, but as a different look, is because if they do a man blitz against you, you're going to have another route that can beat man if they're not shaded down, going to the opposite side of the field. So basically we're attacking the left side of the field. That way, if they're kind of taking away both the shallow crosser and the deep crosser, we have another option on the backside. So we have the zig. It's right here. Kind of got taken away. It was like maybe shaded down. I'd say like a shade down is really the only way to properly take away a zig. And just against this formation, shading down probably isn't very smart. Because if we do like this setup, Y will be wide open if they shade down. So overall, probably not the move to do that. In the event that they don't play man coverage, I'd say that the setup is overall worse, because the zig's really not going to be, it's not really going to get open. But as you can see, look at the separation versus man coverage with this route. It's just really good. No abilities on him. And he gets tons of separation. So I like this formation. I think it's really unique. It adds, I would say, elements of bunch tight end with just elements of spread, which is really nice. It's unique. I wish it had a little bit more plays in the formation, but like I said, if you guys want me to drop a full scheme, 200 likes, and I'll definitely do that. But if you guys need additional help with Madden 23, head over to acemadden.com. Become a member. We just dropped a new Green Bay Packers offensive ebook. If you become a member, you'll gain access to all 5 ebooks that we already have. Use code ACE for 15% off. It's like $8 to get access to every single ebook, so it's super cheap. And you guys will definitely win more games. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.